up to the same old fight, chasing shadows in the night. Promises made, but I let them fade. Caught in the cycle, I'm feeling betrayed. Round and round, I'm losing ground. Trying to break free, but I can't see. These negative patterns are haunting me. Nights turn to days, I'm losing my way. Thought I found peace, but it's led me astray. Chasing the high, but it only brings pain. The more I run, the less I gain.
Hey everybody, hey, and welcome to another session of Tarka Said Again. And I know you see that man sitting over there across from me. We have the Camp King, Mr. Lowood, in the office with us today. And he's going to talk to us a bit about his journey, how he got to this point of where he is today with sports. Welcome, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. Come
Yes.
into, I love the title.
Yes.
Tarka Said
Say
Again.
it again.
Yeah, I like the title. That's really cool. That's really unique. I didn't know what the title was or what it's about, but it sounds unique. I always got to have a catching phrase.
Yes, we're going to say it again. Let's repeat. You know, we always talk about addictive patterns, and we know that's repetition.
Yeah, over and over and over.
So we're trying to tie it in.
That's right.
Listen, you have done a lot of things for the community, in the community, and we've always known you as far as the sports, being in the sports arena, working with our boys and our girls and giving back, training the body, you know, and I always say because you invited me and I was on your podcast,
Right,
Listen to Low,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about you training the body and me training the mind in school. So, and just with that and thinking about what you do on the field for the kids, but we can't stop there in our city because you've been on these planes lately.
Wheels up.
Yeah.
Wheels up.
Wheels up.
And that's a great thing, too, the opportunity to get on these planes and travel the country and continue what you're doing locally, take it nationally. It took a while before I got to that point, but it's going great, you know, to take that coaching mentality, that mentor mentality, that training all the way around the country. So it's been a great experience. I've been doing it now for about 5 years.
Okay.
And so people don't know, but the Camp King name didn't come out like 2 years ago, but I've been doing this kind of traveling in camp for about 5 years now. So it's been a blessing to see young men and young women all over the world working hard, competing, trying to get to their ultimate goal. They follow the 1,000-step journey, I call it.
Okay.
1,000-step journey. And once they reach the 1,000 step, they reach their goals. And that's what it's all about. And that's what my destiny or my purpose in life.
Okay.
You know, I said it once, I said it again. Knowing your purpose.
Yes.
What is your purpose in life? And when do you know your purpose? Right? A lot of people don't find out their purpose in life until they get older and it's totally gone. It's too late. I knew my purpose in life in high school.
And that's good because, like you said, everybody don't know that. And the fact that you are one individual that have been put here on this earth to point out the purpose in educating these kids. But also, I know you're not only dealing with the physicality, but you're educating these kids, letting them know about nutrition, letting them know what type of training, what they should do for their body so they'll be able to perform out there on the field, right?
Exactly.
So can you share a little bit about that and what you do on the field?
Well, basically with me, I look at it as like, I call it physical, mental, vocal.
Okay, physical,
right? mental, and vocal.
And vocal.
If you train them physically, now the mental side, you know, two type of mental side of it. Now, mental to make sure they stay mentally strong on the field. You know, then you have a mental side of it too, right? Training the mind.
Right.
But then there's a vocal skills too.
Okay.
Add all three together, that'd be a leadership. Right? So people say, what's the definition of being a leader? What is leadership, right? I'm trying to build leaders. Like some people say leaders are born, leaders are made. I might be the one where they born or made. I got to get it out of them. Let me find out they're born with it, or I need to help them become a leader, right? Or with the physical mindset, the mental mindset, and the vocal skills. So if I can accomplish them three things with the athletes, sky's the limit. Now that leadership skill, not just on the field, it also transitioned to the classroom or to a corporate 500 company. You know, so that's my thought process. That's my mindset. So that's what it when you get on the field with us. You're not there just running around. We got this crazy saying, this ain't Chuck E. Cheese. You want to play? Go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
You want to be better? Come to Excel.
Okay.
And that's where we get named from, Excel. Because we want them excel on the Excel speed. We want them excel on the field, in the classroom, and in a corporate setting.
Okay.
See, that's the ultimate goal when all said and done is to reach a peak, to be able to be in that corporate setting. And the corporate setting don't have to be just running somebody else's corporation or running a Fortune 500 company. Running your own company, your own business. So build your own corporation. Everyone can open a corporation.
Yeah.
Whether LLC or S Corp or C Corp, you can do it. But the question is how you're going to get there, what it takes to get there, what you're going to go through to get there. And I think hard work, being physical training, mentor while you're out there, work hard, don't quit, and last but not least, be vocal, be willing to step up, link up, look up to the sky and say, I got this, I can do this.
So to me, it sounds like it's about that mindset to even get that body out there on that field to moving. And you said a lot because you talked about the running these companies. Everybody can open up a business or a LLC or incorporation or whatever the case is. But how are you going to maintain it?
Correct.
You know, how are you going to, because if everybody could own a business or run a business, everybody would be doing it.
Correct.
So it takes hard work and dedication, and I know you preach that on the field
all the time. And I love how you said it too about the mindset. People always hear me saying it's a mindset of greatness, right? Having that strong mindset, but it's not easy.
Right.
You know, nowadays how things are, the mindset is hard. I love the old school phrase, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, you got to build that mindset up. You got to have a strong mindset. You know, and I go back to, like I was saying, knowing your purpose.
Yeah.
If I didn't know my purpose until later, I don't know if I would have been where I'm at now. Because I knew even high school when I never forget running a track meet and I won the regional championship in track and field on hurdles.
Okay.
And I beat the 3 fastest guys in the state of Florida.
Wow.
And I came in with the 4th fastest time, and I ended up winning.
Okay.
And the guy walked up to me and said, hey, man, you just beat the fastest 3 guys in the state in every level. You know, now you're considered the fastest state of Florida. These guys here are immaculate, never lost a race. They were very upset. It was a photo finish.
Okay.
And he said, what you going to do now? What's your plan? Because you've been get colleges coming after you now. They've been trying to give you a scholarship. And he said, what you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I said, you know, I think I want to be a coach and a businessman.
Okay. And you both of those.
But
and everything you ever going right?
But think about it though. Here's what's crazy. I'm 17, 18 years old saying I want to be a coach and a businessman. Where'd that come from? How did that cross somebody's mind? The only thing was on the mind of anybody in high school that played football and track was going to the NFL. He asked me what I want to be. I'm saying I'm going to be a coach and a businessman. Everybody else said they want to go to NFL. That's why I knew right then my purpose and my path was going to be different. And it was different. You know, God had that path for you. So when I even went to college, you know, I got hurt. My first didn't get a chance to play but 1 game. I'm hurt. Everything changed for me. And I could have easily win the dump and just gave up. Or I could have just continued doing what I said I was going to do. And that's exactly what I did. Came home, became a coach. Then I ended up working, saved some money, getting a little money, opened my first business at 20 years old.
Wonderful.
At 20 years old. Yes. So I knew my journey, I knew my path. I didn't know how to start putting it in motion. And I put it in motion very young.
And that's good that you knew your purpose or your path at an early age. What do you think got you to that point? Like, what was your inspiration? Because, you know, you shared before you growing up, being a product of a single mother. So what do you think you saw or witnessed or experienced or what was instilled in you? Like, what do you think got you to that point of knowing early, you know, having that confidence? Because that's another key element that I'm sure you give back to the kids, trying to pour back into them and letting them know again the mindset,
right.
you know. But what do you think got you to that point?
Survival mode.
Okay.
Survival mode, very young. Like you said, single mother. Somebody had to step up.
Gotcha.
Single mother, 5 kids. Somebody had to step up and take on the role as the father in the house. I'm the second oldest.
Okay.
And somebody had to do it.
Okay.
And my mom looked at me and said, you need to take care of your brothers and sisters.
Okay.
I'm going to work 2 jobs now. You got to take care of the household. You got to, and she gave me a list. The things that we're supposed to do in the house when we get home. Now I'm 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm about maybe 6th grade.
Okay.
Yep. Then I was 6th grade, going to 7th grade. I took on that role right then. And I took care of my brothers and sisters when I was 12 years old. And I knew my discipline, I just knew that this is going to pan out later in life because I was actually the one that gave assignments in the house.
Okay.
You got dishes, you got the bathroom, you got the floor, you got the bedroom, you got. I gave out assignment. I put it on a piece of paper and wrote everybody's name and who got assignment 7 days a week.
Did you do what you were supposed to?
Oh yeah, yeah. And if they didn't do it, I did it because I knew my mom would come home
She looking for
me to do it because she gave me that responsibility. So I got that responsibility at a very young age.
Gotcha.
Homework. Who was responsible for making sure they get their homework? That was my responsibility. Whether I can do it or not, or help them or not, they had to do it. Who was responsible for getting the food stamps and going to the corner store and grabbing spice salmon and bread, come back and feed everybody?
Okay.
That was my responsibility. Who were responsible for when there's no food stamp? How are we going to eat now? Mama working all them hours. You know what? I got creative.
Mm-hmm.
And people might look at it good, bad, or ugly, but I remember going to the convenience store and selling bottles and bottle tops, taking the money.
Okay.
Me and my friends. But when they went in the store, they came out with candy.
Okay.
He came out with chips.
You were trying to find.
I came out with cereal, milk, and bread.
Okay.
And went home to feed my brothers and sisters. That's what I would do. I never forget when I just take a crate of bottles in there. They give us the money. Then they say, take the bottles and go put them in the cart. I go over there, act like I put it in the cart. Come back in the store, the same bottles. Went to the lady on the far end.
Okay.
And got that money again.
Okay.
And then put them in the cart.
Okay.
Take that money and go buy more food for my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
So I don't know where my mind, was it wrong? Yeah, but survival mode.
Gotcha.
Survival
and
mode.
the role of responsibility put you in that position that you were placed in. So those are some skills in that role that helped you later on in life.
Without a doubt.
Wow.
Without a doubt. So it's like what you do when you're young.
Shaping mode.
Shaping mode. So when you're older. And it worked out for me because now when becoming a businessman, I never forget, my life went all peaches and cream.
Yeah. I don't think nobody.
No, I mean, I went, just going through that and going to high school and playing sports, opportunity going to college, came home, right? I had 2 kids young.
Okay.
Back in survival mode.
Okay.
Came home, started working at a nursery.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing flowers, picking up flowers, moving around, driving the tractor, putting the plastic on the air seat, the wheel, made the air flow through to get air for the workers in there. Then I got let go from there and what I'm gonna do. So I went the other route. You know what I mean? Let me go try to make this fast money. Let's see if that's the way to go.
Okay.
And you know what? That don't last long.
No.
So you know what? Boom, that got canceled. So that's it. Now what I'm gonna do? I gotta go back to survival mode again. And I never forget when I decided not to fast life, go to back to the real world. I never forget this guy Aaron Jones gave me a job driving this truck.
You talking about the Mr. Aaron Jones,
my
with
boy.
the foundation, the NFL and all of that.
That's him. I mean, it's so funny. He from a Parker, I'm from a Parker.
So y'all have been built that relationship
We knew each other, but he was a little older. So I was going to watch him play football in college when he's come from East Kentucky at UCL.
Okay.
But we never had that bond relationship, but I never forget when I decided to change over my life and do the right thing and focus on the right thing and focus on my kids more, I started coaching. I needed a job. I'll never forget when he said, I'm going to give you a job. You got to promise me that you're not doing the fast life. I said, okay, I'm not. He gave me that job. I worked for a huge supply. I'll never forget that. Driving this truck, gold mechanical. And everything changed. Started coaching football. And one day, I was driving the truck, delivering to all his different locations. And I realized that, man, a lot of material is wasted. There was nothing organized. Now, this is a big company. He's doing great. Maybe he was doing big. He was doing all the county schools. Here I am, a guy who didn't finish college, home, 2 kids, for a full 180 in lifestyle. And I never get, one day I said, I'm going to come in on a Saturday. I come in. I inventory his whole entire warehouse.
Wow.
Changed the receiving and handling. Went to all the location, got all the stuff that it wasn't used, brought it back, wrote everything down, added the cost. He came in and said, what the world is this? I said, I broke him down, showed him the inventory and what we did and everything. And I showed him a piece of paper. The paper showed $10,000 extra inventory I brought in.
Whoa.
From by going to the properties, showing him what he got. Now, he looked at me and said, I need to talk to you. He said, come on in. He sat down. He said, I'm going to give you a raise.
I know that's right. Because you just saved up some money, found some money in the company.
But where that go back to? Young.
Yeah.
Structure.
Organization. Yeah.
You know, being able to.
Being a leader.
All that stuff that matters. So I knew right then, once again, my purpose in life again. So I've been found my purpose. Long time ago. I ain't found out I became a camp king.
Right.
That purpose in life was a long time ago. I already knew my purpose in life right then. And me and him created Excel Speed and Fitness Training.
I like it.
And we started training kids, and we said we're going to give them the blueprint, the foundation of success. We said, well, that's our goal. That's why we want them to do what? Excel. And this name came from Excel Speed Fitness Training.
I like how you say, I've been through my purpose. So it's like now it's shining. It's really blowing up. And the fact that you're not a stranger to hard work. From you telling your story, you used to getting your hands dirty. Right. Literally and figuratively.
Listen, when you get up in the morning and driving a trailer full of metal pipes and shingles and all that stuff and driving all the way to Port St. Lucie, delivering, unloading, getting extra stuff back, bringing it all the way back, and turning in and doing the inventory.
It's one more thing I want to bring out before I ask you the last question. In summation, you talked about the shaping and molding, what you do as a child, how it shapes and molds, as an adult. That takes me back to my book of Addictive Patterns. And although it talked about relationships, specifically, but I also share in there how as a child, the relationships that you have as a child with your mother, your father, your teacher, how that shaped and mold you as an adult and the relationships that you have.
Right.
So that just brought me back to a part in the book because those behaviors, positive, also, not just negative all the time.
And so sometimes it's interesting with that because when you got a choice. If you have a father that was an alcoholic, abusive, not loving, not caring, don't even go to dinner with, you don't eat at a table with, never did homework with, never sat on the couch with, and he lived in the same house, that's tough.
Yes. Oh, goodness. Living in the same house, I think that is more devastating to me than if they was out of sight, out of mind.
Right, exactly. So you have to decide when you have kids, which way are you going with yours? Because easily I could have been the exact same way. Or am I going to be the opposite? And I'm correct. I wish I knew the scriptures in the Bible. And they told one of the stories where, how the man was all them ways.
Oh, we
And
have to find that.
Yeah, we got to find 2 sons.
Okay.
And the 2 sons seen all this way he did, the abusive and alcoholic and everything. And they had to decide which way they're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you see that's going on, you can think that's the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You growing up, you don't know no difference. You didn't go to nobody's house where there was a mother and a father and everything was lovely. You didn't do that back in our days. You stayed right in your own home.
Yeah.
Right? And then most of the people in your neighborhood have single mothers anyway.
Uh-huh.
So you never really see them. So you could have grown up saying, oh, I don't supposed to go to eat with them. I don't supposed to sit at the table with them.
Right.
I don't supposed to go to movies with them.
Because that's what you witnessed.
Right. I don't supposed to give them no rewards to have all A's or good grades. But somebody choose to go that path. Some do want the opposite.
Right.
Me, myself, I was the opposite. And the Bible, the scripture talk about that, where one son went the father way and one went opposite. He became successful, career, and rich, and the other became just like his dad, an alcohol, drug, and rum. And
addictive patterns.
Addictive
Behaviors. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that in my book briefly, and the importance of having that male figure present in these kids' lives. And not just male, a female as well. But, statistically, they talk about how you have more kids that become alcoholics because of the absence or the school dropout rate because of the absence or the teen pregnancy because of the,
Exactly.
And you can go on and on, all of these different
I did one of my podcasts said that you're a product of your environment. And then I had another quote that went viral said, show me your friends, I show you your future.
Yes.
Show me your upbringing, I show you your future. But you are in control of your future. You're in control of your own destiny. You decide, do I want my future to be the way I was brought up in this environment, or do I want to change and do the opposite? Now, some of you can't get away from. I mean, there are some things that I did that I knew came from that environment, but then the majority of the things, 90% came from the opposite. 10%, you're going to get some of it. There's no way around it. You're going to get some of it.
Yeah.
But 90% of it for me was totally different, being the opposite. I want to make sure that my kids, whether I'm in the same house or in a separate house, they still get everything a father is supposed to give them. And I feel like I did good with that because anybody perfect. And it worked out for me. And I think that's why I am where I am now when it comes to not just my kids, a whole bunch of other
Right. You're taking on other people's
kids
and being the father figure for them in their lives. And I like that you can basically say that you can testify that you have actually been that positive role model in your kids' lives and not just that role model for other kids, because you have men out here that's that role model for other people's kids but ain't doing what they supposed to do for their own kids.
I just posted that.
What?
I posted about how
my God.
I say I work with so many kids, but at the same time they say you can't train your own kid, can't coach your own kid. I can, because my 2 just left here, and both of them were training with me, working hard with me. We went to eat together. We talked together, we hung out together, regardless of what. And they 21, 22 years old. So, and we still able to do that. And now they're off to college. I just posted that, and everybody was like, I had people saying, you got kids in college? Or, wow, that's great, So I'm a success story with that. Where I can train my own kid and coach my own kid.
I consider that to be a success story.
Yeah, because a lot of people say they can't.
Yeah, and I don't consider that being something that's wrong with that person when they can't. Because, sometimes somebody can come and say the same thing and then the child receive it, coming from somebody else.
Correct.
And you've been saying it the whole
Correct.
time.
Correct.
But,
and then I have experienced that where my daughter, she got to the point where she didn't want to train with me. So I started letting her train with one of my other trainers. And I noticed that she training, they doing it, but it ain't the same. And all of a sudden, I think she realized, I need to go back, train my daddy. And sure enough, she came back and night and day. And now she's looking forward to training because she's seen the difference It got her back where she was. It got her where she at today. So a lot of athletes, they train and to get to that certain point, then they start coming back. What helped to get to that certain point?
Yeah.
It's almost like a person that work in a business or work at a company. You always got to go back and do follow-up classes. You always got to go back to the foundation, right? A lot of them don't want to do it. I do it in my sales training at work, at Westgate. Hey, you got follow-up class. They fight a tooth and nail. But when the numbers get down, oh, can you help train me? No. That was the follow-up class, we're trying to tell you. A doctor go back and do recertification. A licensed real estate agent do recertification. A neurosurgeon go do a new certification. Everyone have to go back and recertify.
Yeah, professional development.
Professional development. And same thing with training the kids. They got to come back, start from the basic, and go where they came from. So that's kind of one of my strengths, is that I'm always thinking about get them back to the foundation so they can continue to grow to reach that 1,000-step journey.
Well, thank you very much. With our final, because school is gearing up, so that sports session is about to.
Yeah, it's time.
Yes. What final words or encouragement that you could tell a student or an athlete?
Well, before I say that, I want to say what I'm going to do. First of all, we're going to try to impact everyone, boys, girls, adults. We're going to try to impact them. I got 22 coaches, 8, 9, 10 of them are trainers. We have mentorship. We're going to try to impact everyone. We want to give everyone an opportunity to grow, mentally, physically, and spiritually if they can. So if I can offer every Monday at 6 o'clock CFCA, I'm going to offer a mentorship for the parents, the kids, girls, and boys, right? I'm going to offer an opportunity to train every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Not just girls, boys, and adults. Put it in their life. Then take that training to apply it. We got a huge event we're going to do December 20th at FCA, one of the school for girls. Giving them a chance to take advantage of these scholarships they're giving for flag football. A chance to set the stage and for them to be impacted, get in front of the microphone and talk, do podcasts. Because there's no difference when it comes to sport. They're girl sport, they're boy sport. Whether they pay more for this one or less for that, it's still a sport. They dribble the ball the exact same way. Or they throw the ball the exact same way. So we also I want to be able to offer that and set the platform and set the stage for any girls, boys, adults in Central Florida, wherever they want to come, and continue doing it around the country. But if I can leave a message to anybody, whether it's sports, non-sports, whatever the case might be, no matter how you do it, whether you're doing successful or you're not as successful you want to be, the first thing I want to make sure everyone understand, they have to stay humble. They have to stay humble no matter what's going on. If they're winning, stay humble. If they're losing, don't give up. Stay humble, right? Because you stay humble, eventually you start winning. That's the first thing. Second thing I want to tell them is stay hungry. Don't just be content. Don't just be okay. Don't be okay with just being second string. Don't be okay with just being first string. Just be first string and get more opportunities. Don't be content and just be okay at their job or wherever they work or in classroom. It's not okay to just have a B. People say, well, you got a B, you're doing good. I got confidence in my kid. No C's, no C. Why I can't say no B's? Why not say be hungry enough to make all A's, not just get by and get passed through? The next thing is, I tell them, keep their head up at all times. When the tough get rough, take on the chin like the rest of us. Because if you keep your head up at all times, then you're going to see where you need to be. It's that simple. When I tell them, no, look up. Don't look down. If you're on your back, you can look up, you can get up. And last time I tell them, I told my daughter this today, have fun. Have fun. And I'm not talking about going and cheering, doing jumping jack and dance and have fun. My fun is have fun outworking the next person. Have fun being the best on the court. Have fun being the first one in, first one out. Have fun when that teacher, that coach say, great job and give you a compliment. Have fun becoming the starter of that. Have fun being the last one who got that winning point Have fun when they put you on the line. When the tough get rough, they need you to make this serve over here or get that big block. Or have fun getting that winning point.
Or loving the sport.
Or loving the sport. Have fun.
Yes.
That's why I leave any athlete that want to be successful. Remember them things. Stay humble, stay hungry, keep your head up, and just have fun.
All right, we're going to say it again. Stay humble.
Stay
hungry.
Keep your head up. And have fun.
And have fun.
You heard it right there from Coach Low for Life, a.k.a. the
Camp King. All right. Thank you all for tuning in for another session of Tarka Say It Again. Please check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.